Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Davis, and it's Baines in at the 5 spot. And for Atlanta, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Bogdanovich out there with Trae Young, and it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And this is what we've been waiting for all summer long, all off season long. After many months, Doris, basketball is finally back.
And what's incredible, Kevin, is the NBA's popularity just continues to grow. There's worldwide enthusiasm. The NBA players represent the league so well, and my goodness gracious, can they play some basketball?
Interesting how now the league, Doris, is commanding the calendar all year round. It used to be such a seasonal game. Now it's 365 days a year.
So many storylines throughout the course of the summer. Who's playing where and with whom?
And so it's the Hawks getting on the board first. Lowry passes to Siakam. Just 5 on the clock. Lowry for 3. Collins grabs the miss. Here's Hunter. He's coming off a 13-point game against New York.
The other thing I thought was big, guys, was the incredible night he had on the glass. No one wanted any part of him down there.
And so Lowry will bring it up for the Raptors. It's a 3-point game. For 3. Again, the miss by Lowry.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Here's Young, and it's blocked.
I'll tell you, Siakam has the ability to intimidate offensive players. How about that one? Send it back.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Davis kicks to Lowry. A floater, and Capella sends it back. Young, right side, from 13. The shot, no good. And Toronto will come the other way. Siakam against Collins. And the rejection by Collins.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They, right now, are searching for a bucket.
Here's Bogdanovich, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
And to me, Greg, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Here's Anunoby. Back to Lowry to halt the run. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella.
And the numbers now for Pascal Siakam, coming off a terrific season. Last year averaged 17 points a game, 7 rebounds and 3 assists. And he paced the whole team in points per game last season.
Well, his teammates understood that he was their best option. And understandably, Greg, they got him the rock.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
And over the last few seasons, Kyle Lowry's scoring trending downward. His assists increasing, though, dramatically, relying more on his teammates to get the job done.
Here are the top distributors from last season. These guys always seem to find the open man. Kyle Lowry is second. The 4th spot held by Trae Young.
And really 2 terrific distributors. I mean, the first thing you look for in a teammate is the ability to get you the ball, and they both have that down to a T.
Can they get it? Rebounded by Capella. The Hawks leading by 7. Hunter dishes to Young. And that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming up. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
Just a bright, young, offensive talent. Young isn't shy about forcing the action. Takes a lot of trips to the line.
The Hawks shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
2 shots.
That's good from Young.
And Toronto choosing their team name back in '94. The fans helped them narrow it down, and with dinosaurs all over the silver screen, it helped tilt things towards the Raptors.
And we all remember those early uniforms, those giant velociraptors across the front. Fortunately, they've toned it down a bit since then.
And the last 2 drafts, the Atlanta Hawks aggressively making trades to assemble this roster.
And drafting DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish, great length and versatility on the wings. You pair that with Trae Young and John Collins, and that's an exciting young core for the Hawks.
6 on the shot clock. Lowry for 3. And the Raptors miss again.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
And that one's good. Hunter.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Back to Lowry. Can they get it? That's in there. Davis with the assist.
And how about that exhale there? Finally gets one to fall through 6 attempts.
Young against Lowry. Young drives in, and it's in there.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Raptors trail by 10, and David Aldridge spoke with Nick Nurse. David.
Well, Kevin, he wouldn't say it, but he knows his team has the mental edge tonight. 3 of 3 this year against the opponent, and their strategy tonight is to continue to attack. He said, as I see it, those guys are a bit back on their heels. This is our best opportunity to just keep the heat on. Play our game. Kevin?
Appreciate that, David. Interesting report there, GA. The team focused on what it can do offensively.
Bottom line, in this league, you have to score points. Sounds like they have a plan.
I think obviously they're hoping to establish the pace early. They're so much more efficient when they're able to get to their tempo game.
Here's Anunoby following the bucket by the Hawks. And Lowry gets it to go.
With that now, only 2 of 7 to start the game. Not the start he was hoping for.
And Young kicks to Collins. Davis against Bogdanovich. Back to Collins. The pass to Capella. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Bogdanovich. And it's off the back rim. No good. Raptors trail by 9. Here's Anunoby. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Nice job by OG Anunoby to be aggressive from distance.
Young against Lowry. And Davis pulls it down.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Now, here's Hunter. To the middle. Collins passes to Capella. Kicks it out to Collins. Back to Capella. Outside Bogdanovich. They shoot again. And that one is off. Now Toronto takes it the other way. Capella with the bucket.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Pass to Baines. Collins against Siakam. Over Collins. And the Raptors miss again.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
To the inside. Left side Davis. There's the triple. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. And here's Young. Coming off 31 points last game. Outside Bogdanovich. That's good, and that evens things out for him. 50-50. 4 of 8 shooting this game.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Now, here's Siakam. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. On defense, the Hawks. 10-point lead. Anunoby passes to Baines. And he lays it straight in.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Passes it to Hunter. Outside Collins. Rebound by the Raptors.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Siakam passes to Davis. Lowry for 3. In it goes. That's his 3rd bucket. He's missed 5 so far.
Well, this guy can navigate around a basketball court with the best of them. Kyle Lowry in a catch and shoot turned the lights out.
Young outside over Lowry. And Young with the basket on the assist from Bogdanovich. 6 points for Trae Young.
Guys, how about the journey of the Raptors' Nick Nurse? So well traveled before taking the head job in Toronto. This guy has shown his worth. In his first season as a head coach in the NBA, it translates to a title. Absolutely incredible.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now, here is Lowry. He picked up 21 points in their last win against the Utah Jazz.
And let's not forget about the assist. This guy as a playmaker was a driving force for that offense.
And Coach Nick Nurse paid some dues, Doris, before his turn as head coach of this Toronto team.
Well, think about it. Early in his career, he's a player coach in the British Basketball League. Then he goes and establishes a G League franchise in his home state of Iowa. Then to lead that team to a title in 2011, join another G League team for the Raptors and win a title in 2013. Really an incredible journey, guys.
Here's Anunoby, following the basket by Trae Young. And Kyle Lowry, good for 3. Lowry's got 12.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now, here is Young. He's got 8. It's tipped.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Siakam inside. Capella covering. And that's going to be a travel.
And let's take a look here at John Collins.
He's coming off an excellent season. 15th in rebounding. And he was in the top 20 in field goal percentage, able to create offense with tremendous efficiency.
And we talked about how strong he was on the boards, going hard at it at both ends last year, really helping out his team. Gallinari, he's checked in for Hunter. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Toronto. On its way from Young for 2. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
And this is what Young does best. A dynamite offensive player who fills it up in so many ways.
Now here's VanVleet. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Gallinari. Young trying to break free. A nice shot by Gallinari. And it's a 10-point Atlanta lead. Siakam looking around. Over Collins. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
And the basket is good. He has 6.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Raptors trail by 12. We've got 1:08 left here in the first quarter. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Now Young. 10 points for him. Pass to Bogdanovich. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Just 4 to shoot. Floats one up. And the rejection by Collins. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. .29 seconds left in the first quarter. Young with the ball. Gallinari in the corner. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
Here's Siakam. He picked up 27 points in their last win against the Utah Jazz.
And he also controlled the backcourt as well. I mean, he really did a terrific job.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We've got more in store for you right after this. A unique upbringing for Clint Capella. Spent years in a welfare orphanage in Switzerland. He said he never imagined he'd come this far.
Even as a kid, I wasn't even dreaming about that far. I would say that's even past my dreams. I mean, now I'm just living the moment, trying to work hard as I can, and just enjoy the present. Enjoy the present.
Just an inspiring story, Greg. It gives you perspective on why you should be grateful for everything you have.
Kevin, without a doubt, Capella's upbringing helped shape him, and the hard work he continues to put in is really admirable.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Hawks, this has been the game they've wanted to have.
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for Toronto right now, we've got Fred Van Vliet. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Pascal Siakam. Then it's Aaron Baines, and it's Trent in a shooting guard. But they recover it. Here's Baines. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Williams can't hit. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. They trail by 14. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, when Trae Young was in college, he was known for his long-range shooting. But Young says, the people who know me best know that I'd rather get an assist than any other stat. I pride myself on making the right play. Knowing your teammates get joy and excitement from playing with you is all I care about. Kevin?
That's great to see. Thank you, D.A. 4 on the clock. Here's Bogdanovich. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
You just can't leave anyone open around Young. He's very capable of spotting his uncovered teammates.
Well, the Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup. It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Here's Trent. Siakam inside. Gallinari on him. Tries again. Baines passes to Siakam. And at last they get one to fall.
Wow, finishing through contact with a beautiful display of focus. What a job by Pascal Siakam through contact.
Williams looking over the floor. Can't cash in from close range. Raptors trail by 14. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Hollis Jefferson passes to Baines over Williams. And it's Baines missing. The Hawks have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Siakam against Gallinari. Siakam passes to Hollis Jefferson. And it's Baines in the corner. Buries it from three-point range. Baines has got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, that's about court awareness. Hollis Jefferson playing very well within the confines of this offense.
Young outside. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Here's Hollis Jefferson, defended by Young. Hollis Jefferson can't hit. The pass to Gallinari. Here's Fernando from deep. Here's Young. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Young's got 12.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's Trent. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Trent passes to Hollis Jefferson. Siakam outside. Goes up to the stripe, and he gets the jumper to drop.
This is an important part of Pascal Siakam's game. Get into your mid-range, catch your rhythm.
Young finds Williams. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Siakam's got his 5th rebound in this one. Van Vliet passes to Trent. From about 16, Fernando pulls it in.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Here's Trent. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4. The Hawks leading by 11. Outside Williams. Pass to Fernando. Baines with the block. Here's Trent. He's guarded by Williams. The lead now in single digits. He has 6.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
Young dishes to Bogdanovich. Gallinari surveying the D. Kicks it to Young. Shoots from the elbow. No good. Shot missing. And Toronto will go the other way with it. Here's Trent. He has 6. Van Vliet with the bounce pass. Siakam outside. Stolen. Oh, and here comes Young all alone. Finished off the break. Young's got 14 points.
You know, you see Young's eyes light up when the break is on. Solid at scoring in transition.
Here's Van Vliet. Good D by Bogdanovich.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And only 6 feet tall in shoes, Fred Van Vliet's not the biggest, but his toughness, his toughness, mentally and physically, is unquestioned.
And Kevin, growing up in Rockford, Illinois, gave him that perspective. Friends and family gone too soon. Basketball was the path to something better.
Here's Siakam. Rebounded by the Hawks. And here is Williams. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Good on the shot. And the Hawks lead by 13.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Van Vliet looking around. Passes it to Trent. 5 to shoot. Dishes to Baines. Here's Van Vliet. From outside, off the mark.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson.
Come get it, come get it. Right here, right here.
Now here's Van Vliet. D right on him. To the paint. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Well, the big man muscles there. Hollis Jefferson experienced at having to fight his way through the defense.
And good that time. 16 points for Trae Young.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And the pass to Van Vliet. Gallinari with the steal. Young outside. Now here's Williams. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And Baines pulls it down. Baines has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Hollis Jefferson. His last outing, he had 8 points. Pass to Trent. Shot clock at 6. Beyond the arc. Raptors get it back. Baines passes to Trent. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Passes to Trent. Another shot. Rebounded by the Hawks. Fernando's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Inside. And there's Bogdanovich. That's good on the assist from Gallinari. Bogdanovich has got 8 points here in this quarter. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Toronto. 17-point game. Young with no one around. Good on the triple. Young's got 19 points.
You have to guard Young tight. You got to know he's thinking of shooting as soon as the ball hits his hands.
Van Vliet kicks to Baines. Pass to Siakam. And just miss after miss right now.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Gallinari wide open. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 3 assists now in this one. Siakam outside. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Gallinari.
I think, guys, maybe what you appreciate most about Pascal Siakam is his versatility. He can score from a number of areas. He can guard multiple positions. There is a lot to like about this young man.
And he makes the first. Out of Cameroon, Pascal Siakam, drastically improved last year, Doris. Is he the prototypical modern power forward?
He is, Kevin, and there's a few reasons why. The guy can rip and run. He can space the floor. He is switchable on the perimeter defensively. He can go inside, outside. Everything you want in terms of versatility, Pascal Siakam brings to the table.
Siakam hits them both.
And the most improved player in the league last season, Pascal Siakam got better in every statistical category. A lot to like about the way they're playing right now, but still plenty of time left.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
That shot off. Good work defensively by Capella.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
And the basket by Lowry.
Well, Kyle Lowry is never going to turn down a chance to get out and run, and pays off in the break.
Now Young. Now the pass to Herter. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. The Hawks on top. They finish off the second quarter with a tremendous 17-6 run. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Atlanta was looking great right away. Some lights-out offense and defense on display as they went on an 11-0 run to start. From their first bucket of the game to the end of the first quarter, they held on to that lead with an iron fist, never once giving it up. The last half of the second quarter was a sight to behold. Their offense was clicking and the defense tough as they finished off the half with a tremendous 17-6 run. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta?
Well, they knocked the wind out of the defense in transition, converting fast break baskets in volume. It's a runaway lead right now. In fact, this looks like a track meet.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Toronto?
Well, first of all, as cold as they've been from the floor, I can't say I'm surprised by the score. You cannot shoot the ball that poorly and expect to be in the game, Ernie. They need better ball movement. If their offense stays this stagnant, they can forget about a comeback.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Bogdanovich is out there with Young, and it's Capella in at the center. That's the group starting the second half for Lloyd Pierce. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound Atlanta. Capella's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Well, the coach loves this kind of ball movement. Anytime you create something inside the free throw line, you know it's a good look.
Lowry against Young. Teardrop shot. That one good for 2. 16 points for Kyle Lowry.
Well, Kevin, you know this. A guy at Lowry's size has simply got to be able to make the floater. That's a big-time delivery.
Young. Capella trying to free himself up. Shots good from Young.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
And stolen by Bogdanovich. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. A lot of switching on every possession in the NBA from a defensive standpoint, and you see the way Doris offenses are adjusting to that.
Yeah, I think number one, you have to attack the switch. That's first and foremost. And it's an interesting balance between attacking and being patient, because the one thing you're ultimately seeking in every switch is a favorable matchup for yourself. That's where a critical thinking guard who knows where to find and put the ball is so critical to your success.
Well, that's a good way to look at it. And the first one drops. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
And it seems like every team is in search of the, quote, power wing. The guys that have the quickness to defend on the perimeter and the strength to battle inside. OG Anunoby certainly fits the bill.
Shot clock at 5. 3-pointer, Lowry. Offensive rebound. Baines passes to Siakam. It's Davis on the wing. Second chance shot. Hunter grabs the miss. Hunter's got his 4th rebound in this one. And a 7'2" wingspan for Anunoby. He's got the reach, Doris, of a big man.
He does, Kevin. He also has the strength of a big man, but he's got the versatility defensively to guard across 4 positions. It's about finding consistent minutes for OG because the potential is there, Kevin.
Siakam with it. 6 points for him. And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Davis. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Raptors have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
And both free throws good for Davis. The Hawks leading by 23. Young taking his time here. Lays it up off the glass. Young's got 25 points.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And the Raptors call time here.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
And let's take a quick look at some stats for Lowry. Last year, getting it done. Averaged about 14 points, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
There's no doubt about that. Great anticipation, excellent peripheral vision. His talents are really shining through.
And here's Young from the arc. Not going to go that time. Now Toronto takes it the other way. And he lobs it up. And it's Baines missing for Atlanta. They've gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Lowry brings the double. And Young kicks to Capella. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Capella's got his second bucket.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Pass to Baines. Young against Lowry. Back to Baines. And Capella sends it back. Young against Lowry. The 15-footer. Rebound by the Raptors. Outside, Davis. And he converts the layup.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Hawks said they were going to be patient when they rebuilt their team, and they were going to do it through the draft, and they've stuck to that script. Now, Trae Young is probably the biggest name, but Atlanta's added a lot of great young talent the last 3 years. There's John Collins, Kevin Huerter, and in 2019, the Hawks added 3 more good young players in the draft. DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, and Bruno Fernando. Things are looking up in Atlanta.
I would think so, too. On paper, it looks good. We'll see if it materializes. D.A., thank you as always. Outside, Bogdanovich. Goes back up. That one off the back iron and out. Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Davis looking for an opening. Outside Lowry. And a miss there on the triple. For Atlanta, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Hunter, the pass to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
Lowry against Young.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Lowry brings the double. In the corner, it's Hunter. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. 7 points for DeAndre Hunter.
A very consistent three-point shooter. Hunter shoots it well from there because of how confident he is.
And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Lou Williams is checked in for Bogdanovich. Andre Hollis Jefferson, he's checked in for Toronto. Fred VanVleet comes in for Davis. Baines finds Hollis Jefferson. Here's Anunoby. He's guarded by Williams. Here's Lowry. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Trae Young.
You know, you think about the most important players in Toronto Raptors history. Vince Carter probably number 1. DeMar DeRozan would be on that list. But boy, Kyle Lowry has got to be there as well. Remarkable how far they've come since he joined the team back in 2012.
First free throw is good. And the Raptors and Lowry both grew together, Doris, wouldn't you say?
A marriage made in heaven. Kyle Lowry has always played with a huge chip on his shoulder. He still carries that edge, but that maturity and leadership turned into a championship in Toronto. Doesn't get better than that.
And Kyle Lowry drops them both.
Boy, Kyle Lowry has carved out for himself quite the career. This guy came in as a dogged defender, and on the offensive end, he's able to create for both himself and his teammates.
And Young with the basket on the assist from Capella. And now it's 27 points for Trae Young. Van Vliet passes to Anunoby. Back to Van Vliet. With some arc, and he sinks the layup.
Well, OG Anunoby is going to continue to develop his game, and that pass, that was pretty.
Down low, Hunter. Lays it up and banks it in. Hunter's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
And can't do much else. The strength of Anunoby comes in handy on those challenging finishes.
And Young kicks to Hunter. Outside Collins. Young outside. Capella inside. Baines is there. Williams finds Collins. Young against Lowry. Just 4 to shoot. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And the Raptors call time here. Doris, great scoring is often reliant upon great footwork. And we hear coaches, don't we, talk about that all the time?
We really do, Kev. You look at a guy like Kyrie Irving, who at the point guard position is one of the great scorers. He's a clutch shooter. He doesn't go to the free throw line a lot, and it's because he's so elusive. Can finish left and right, puts a lot of English on his shots. DeMar DeRozan gets separation with incredible footwork, and maybe the best in the league right now in terms of his footwork. That tap dancing James Harden, which is just nearly impossible to check.
Oh, I love those names, and you're so right. And it's fun to watch. What a skill. Kevin Huerter, he is checked in for Atlanta. And the Raptors also making a change. Boucher is checked in. Here's Lowry. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Hiring college basketball coaches has been kind of hit or miss, Doris. Why do you think that's so?
Well, obviously, coaching in college and coaching in the NBA are drastically different things. As a college coach, you've got to be concerned about the eligibility of your young men. You've got to be recruiting the next crop, even while you're coaching your current group and your current roster. In the NBA, you get to focus exclusively on coaching. You're not talking about recruiting. You're not having to deal with anything other than grown men who have a desire for greatness in the NBA. And I think so much of it doesn't necessarily mean success or failure, whether you come from college or not. Success in the NBA is a multifaceted proposition, so I don't necessarily define it as, oh, this guy came from college, this guy came from the European leagues, this guy has been an NBA assistant. So many things go into it, Kev.
And Kyle Lowry drops them both. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Hawks. Passes it to Collins. Here's Huerter. And here is Williams. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Collins passes to Capella. Just 5 to shoot. Offensive rebound. And the dunk by Capella.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
And the basket by Lowry.
Give him another. This guy may not be the tallest or most athletic, but Kyle Lowry can find ways to score.
Pass to Capella. Now here's Williams. Knocked away. Fast break Toronto. Lowry leading the charge. Anunoby, good. Anunoby's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, there's an awareness that's required to be a good passer, and Kyle Lowry, he has it.
The pass to Herter. Capella with it. Hawks passing it around. Pass to Herter. Back to Williams. Passes it to Capella. Outside Williams. Collins trying to break free. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. 5th best, Clint Capella.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Lowry against Williams. Lowry kicks to Boucher. Back to Lowry. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. And Capella sends it back. Outside Williams. The tray. Hits it from 3-point range. Williams has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The Raptors have gone 7 for 16 in the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. To the middle. It's stolen by Capella. Lowry against Williams. He kicks it to Capella. And there's the pass to Herter. Pass to Williams. To the paint. Wants to get it to Collins and does. Shoots over Van Vliet. That's good from Collins on the assist from Williams.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Now, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again. I'll tell you, despite this guy's strong play in this period, they're still behind. Someone else has got to step up.
1:11 left in the third quarter. 14 feet away. And the dunk by Capella. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss. Stolen by Collins. Oh, and here comes Williams all alone. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial 6th Man of the Year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
Free throw good, Lou Williams.
And Williams is sort of the classic instant offense guy. Whether he's coming off the bench or starting, he can provide a spark whenever they need one.
Lowry at the elbow. Back to Van Vliet. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Lets it fly from 18. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Now here's Williams. He has 6. With 1 on the clock, misses the shot. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Atlanta Hawks. A terrific quarter for him, and now he has a total of 27 points. Shouldn't take him long to get up over 30. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Setting the floor for the Raptors. Johnson is out there with Hollis Jefferson. And it's Boucher in at the center position. That's tipped and taken away by Johnson. Here's McCall. He's guarded by Williams. Lets it go from 11. Fernando pulls it in. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Hawks. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
You know, Doris, you and I love history. And we were talking the other day, you and I, about Bill Russell and his 11 championship rings. Do you think anyone's ever going to break that record?
I think it'll be close to impossible, Kevin, and the reason is, number one, there were so many fewer teams back then for Bill Russell, in no way diminishing the greatness of one of the game changers, both between the lines and outside the lines. Bill Russell will always be an historic figure, but it's very tough to compare eras. There's now 30 teams, nutrition, conditioning, coaching. There's just so much more information in the current era. Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
Here's McCall. Johnson outside. 6 to shoot. And there's the call on Kevin Huerter. That is his first foul of the game. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. McCaw, the pass to Green. To the inside, Johnson.
And Labissiere works so hard on defense. If he can't block the shot, he at least gets a hand up and tries to alter it.
Fernando, that's good.
And boy, he can see blood in the water attacking a somewhat helpless team right now.
Well, you love that there's no let-up in how they're playing. They want to dominate every aspect, including second-chance points.
Here's Huerter. Pass to Labissiere. Williams with the ball. Now Green defending. Green against Williams. Looking to get back on track here. Green with the block. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Trent passes to Boucher. Here's Green. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Green's got his first points in this one.
Boy, the work ethic on the offensive glass just refuses to give up on that possession.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Williams passes to Huerter. Doris, you and I are faced with this a lot, voting for the MVP. Great stats versus winning. Where do you stand on that when you vote for the league MVP?
Well, winning could be the definitive line if I have two candidates who are close. For instance, for me, this last MVP came down to James Harden and Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I took it to the last possible moment. And I could have gone in either direction and been comfortable. Ultimately, I went with Giannis, and the deciding factor came down to he led his team to the best record in the league. It was a difficult vote, but ultimately it's one category which helps tilt me in one direction or another.
And I did too, and what also helped me was just the improvement defensively they had made, and I know Antetokounmpo was a very big part of it.
No, it's a great point. He was a two-way force.
The offensive rebound. The second chance effort, and Labissiere sends it back.
I have to be cautious when Labissiere is in the area. Those shot blocking skills are superb.
For Toronto, they've gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Whistle blows, basket is good, so a chance here for a three-point play. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Young against Green. And Young, here we go, makes it off the glass. Young's got 10 points here in the second half.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively, hard to close off the lane.
No good from McCaw.
Unbelievable. He blew that. Look, guys, no clue what went wrong there.
Carter against Thomas. Scooped up. Labissiere. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
And Labissiere is a tireless worker on the boards, hitting them relentlessly and coming away with additional opportunities for his team.
It's stolen by Carter. And here we go. Carter heading to the hoop. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Here's McCaw, defended by Young. McCaw, the pass to Thomas. Doris, do you have high hopes for the new draft lottery system to keep every team competitive to the very end of the season?
Well, one of the keys in implementing this new draft lottery system was to make sure that the bottom 3 teams were given equal opportunity to get that top draft choice. I think you did see it have some effect on play and teams trying to be competitive while understanding they're still going to have an opportunity to build their team through the draft. But here's the reality. The NBA has got to be under review constantly. There's a process in play. It's one of the most proactive leagues in the country in terms of always looking for little things to make sure their game is the best it can be.
Attention to detail. Well said. Young left side. And that one is good. Young's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's McCaw. Right side, Green. Over Labissiere. Green, no luck. For Atlanta, they've gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. And Stanley Johnson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Atlanta. Reddish comes in for Kevin Huerter. Now Labissiere. Dedmon passes to Young. Some of these players are making more money on endorsement deals than on their NBA contracts. I mean, I just shake my head at that, don't you?
It's an amazing time in which we live because the power of social media and the understanding of today's athlete that their brand is significant and that their brand extends outside of the lines of competition. You see so many men who have overseas opportunities, whether you're talking Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Donovan Mitchell. They understand the power of the face and the talents they bring to the table. Truly, truly remarkable young men.
Remarkable indeed. And, of course, there's no questioning Cam Reddish's talent level. Greg, he has a high, high ceiling.
Yeah, I mean, great size, length, the fluidity as an athlete. He can make an impact at both ends of the floor, shoots the three well for a young player, and you love his ability to match up, really 1 through 5.
And he knocks down the first one. Both shots good from the stripe. Raptors shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Here's McCall, defended by Young. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Doris, when you look at the success of international players, and the league has a litany of very good international players, Doncic being the latest success story, is the perception changing about these kids when they come from overseas and play in the NBA?
Well, one of the greatest, and to me, the greatest international player of all time, Dirk Nowitzki, a Hall of Fame player, probably changed the perception to start with. Now, listen, over the years, Luka is going to have perhaps a Hall of Fame career if he stays healthy. The reality is this. The NBA is looking for the best players to man those 15 roster spots of the 30 NBA teams. It doesn't matter where you're from, what the color of your skin is. If you can play the game of basketball and play it at the highest level, the NBA wants you to be a part of their league.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And so Young will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Kicks it to Reddish. Down low. And there's Labissiere. That's good on the assist from Reddish. Labissiere's got 4 points now in the quarter. Here's McCall, defended by Young. The pass to Johnson. Detman with the block, and he gets it back. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Hollis Jefferson's checked in for the Raptors. And the Hawks with possession. They're on a 14-6 run. Young outside. He kicks to Reddish. Doris, when you look at draft eligibility requirements, it is a very fluid topic with a lot of different ways it could go, a lot of moving parts. Where do you stand?
I'll tell you the truth, Kevin. I'm conflicted about this because I believe there is real value to the college experience. There's high-level coaching across the game at the collegiate level, but I also believe that young men who have talent should be able to, when they are eligible, decide when they want to become professionals. So, listen, I'm sort of in the middle. There are legitimate arguments to be had for both sides. What I hope, regardless, is we get the best players in the league, and that's certainly going to happen whenever it happens.
Can't hit the free throw line jumper. The Raptors shooting only 35% in the fourth quarter. The offense looking a little rickety. Thomas with the ball. It's stolen by Reddish. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Johnson.
Clearly a foul.
free throw good from Reddish.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
And he makes both free throws. Well, Doris, we've both been very public in our admiration for LeBron, the face of the league, for so many years. When he retires, and we're approaching that date, who do you think might step up and take his place as the face of the NBA?
Well, probably the most likely candidate is the new and reigning MVP, and that's Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is an absolute physical force. He's put on 50 pounds. He's getting more and more skilled. When he adds that three-point shot as a consistent weapon and gets to an in-between game, he will be impossible to guard. Kawhi Leonard, you know, he is now sort of taking over as a multi-time winner of the Finals MVP, and certainly a player guys want to play with. So just a couple of possibilities there, Kev.
No one near Labissiere as he lets it go. No good from outside.
Well, you can see why the defense dared him to shoot it. That's not really his spot.
Lets it go from deep. Hollis Jefferson, good.
And Kevin, it's so important to see Hollis Jefferson putting in the time to work on that perimeter game.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Pass to Labissiere. Now, here is Young. Defense right on him. The shot from the low post is good. Young's got 14 points now in the second half.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Here's Hollis Jefferson, defended by Labissiere.
Well, you can see the basketball IQ of Hollis Jefferson on display. He senses the foul coming, goes straight into it.
Doris, in basketball, like many sports, you can call some kind of penalty on almost every play. So, with that in mind, where do we draw that line?
I would say that most coaches and most players would say as long as there's consistency with officiating, they can adapt to the way the game is being called. As fans, as broadcasters, what we want to see the game remain free-flowing, fluid, pretty, the ability to move and cut and not be impeded in your progress. That's what I want to see.
And we see that most nights.
No doubt.
The Hawks making a switch here. Herter's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time.
Well, I think what I like about Hollis Jefferson is he can contribute just a little bit of everything. This guy's got a tremendous motor.
Passes it to Reddish. Now, here's Dedmon. Hawks passing it around. They grab their own miss, and the shot goes down. And it's 6 points for Cam Reddish.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Hawks.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Trae Young.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
How about the aggressiveness of Rondé Hollis Jefferson? Go to work, young man.
Here's Herter. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Carter outside. Back to Herter. Pass to Reddish. 5 on the clock. Great D that time from Green.
Boy, that's the kind of look this offense is designed to create. That's just a tough miss.
Thomas passes to Green. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. There's the pass to Thomas. Toronto needs to get off a shot. Here's McCaw. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Danilo, transition, big for your team. I assume that was a big focus tonight.
Yes, we want to run, and that's what we have to do every time. So that's what we did, and we played a great game.
Gallo, thanks very much. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.